With everything that's happened, I mean, this whole situation that happened on the sick, basically 6 days ago or 7 days ago, whenever you listen to this, basically on Saturday, the hold on, as I was saying, with what happened on the 13th of this month, you know, we're getting more information. Obviously, by the time you hear this, probably more than what we already got right now is being reported and uncovered by a lot of the police force and a lot of the people that can help in those areas. But what's interesting is it seems that this person, this this would-be assassin, if you will, had more than just Donald Trump on his mind. You know, it seems that his plan, just my opinion, it looked like, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that has this opinion, because you can even see when the news media reports it, from Fox News to CNN to CBS News to ABC News and so on. MSNBC, that might be a different story. CNBC might be a different story. But when you see them report this and talk about this, you could hear it almost in the voices that, even though they won't plainly say it, it sounds like they're even, starting to put the pieces together that this individual, this would-be assassin in Butler, Pennsylvania, wanted to do more than just, take out Trump. Like, his idea, I guess his plan, his motive, was to take out Trump, then make his way to Chicago, where the DNC is going to be, the Democratic National Convention, and possibly try to do the same to Biden or whoever's going to be the nominee. And this is what's scary about this election year. Like I've said before, it's going to be a scorching election to watch out for, but I don't think anybody like myself even expected it to go as scorchery, if that's a word, scorchery as it's been unnecessarily put into. But it definitely shows you one thing, that there are people mentally not in the right minds that because apparently, according to Fox News and some other outlets, his parents would preach to him that Trump was this generation's Hitler. And if there's one thing you do not teach your child, especially with what they've gone through, according to those that went to school with him, and basically that's mentally weighing on his mind, the one thing you don't tell your child, or preach to them, is a comparison of, said individual that's trying to run for office and saying that they're basically this generation's answer to an evil dictator from, what is like 80, 8 decades ago. You don't do that. You don't do that. Instead, you basically keep your opinion, in my opinion, to yourself. If they ask you, why do you not like this person or that person, don't say much. Just say, look, I have my reasons, and that's all I'm going to say. You don't tell them one thing, by doing a comparison or by saying that this is why, so-and-so is not liked by us or anybody else. Because what it does, in my opinion, is mentally, especially if the mind is frail, based on everything that they've gone through, in my opinion, because these are just my thoughts, just trying to figure out exactly, the mindset of, well, I don't want to figure out the mindset, but try to figure out the mindset of somebody, that's stupid, that would go and, go that far and do what they did, which was unnecessary. But basically you do not say, you basically do not say those kind of things to someone like that, because their mindset might be, well, I hear people talking bad about the guy that's currently leading our country, and visually we see he's fit to lead, and he might just be manipulating da. And then they hear this about the other guy that used to lead and wants to lead again, and it's like, to them, the mindset might be, well, if the mindset might be, well, if this person's bad and that person's bad, maybe we don't need either of them. And to me, what happens, in my opinion, is that falls on the people responsible for feeding that verbiage, that those feelings, that they have, towards that individual. And to me, it's not just this would-be assassin on the 13th. It's not just them either. It's a lot of people. And throughout the decades, we've seen this. Throughout the centuries, we've seen this. And it's all because people feel that because the mindset is basically, why do we need a leader if everybody talks bad about a leader? If everybody's going to criticize and talk bad about our current leader or former leaders or potential would-be leaders, it's like, why do we need them? That's the mindset. That's their mindset. And that is a mindset that should not be, in existence, especially when it comes to those that mentally have had a lot happen to them, like this individual did. So you do not, say that kind of stuff. You do not say that kind of stuff because they're going to take it the wrong way, because they're hearing something, on one side, but then they're hearing what you're saying, and then their mind's going to be, well, why do we need them? Why do we need either one of them? And that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign whatsoever, because again, when you look at the reports by Fox News and CNN and ABC News and all of them, and they all basically say the same thing, that they all say basically the same thing, that this person, trying to find the right word to say, this person not just, had a schedule and a schedule and everything as to when the rally was going to take place on the 13th of this month in Butler, or have a picture of Trump in there along with it. You do not. I mean, and then along with that, it gets discovered that he had a schedule and location of where the DNC is going to be, and a picture of Biden. It's like, again, the way all these reports are putting it, and again, even though they may not say it, like I said earlier, it's almost like they kind of see that this person, this would-be assassin that got taken out on Saturday in his attempt, or while he was trying his attempt, I should say, and failed. Thank God he failed. But the thing is, again, and here's the thing, you do not have to be a news media outlet or a reporter or a broadcaster or whatever to kind of piece together what his intentions were. His intentions were and everything. It's like you see, you see what's been discovered, and like, all you have to do is piece together all the pieces. Like, basically, this would-be assassin, this sicko's mindset, of a plan was to basically take out Trump, then drive to Chicago and try to do the same to Biden at the DNC or around that time frame. Again, this sounds like an individual that you do not, if they're mentally not all there, you do not preach your values to and your beliefs to, because they might take it the wrong way if they're hearing one thing and then they hear this. They'll get confused, and that confusion could lead to them basically saying, you know what? Why do we need either one of these people if people talk bad about them? And their mindset's going to be, you know what? I'm going to do us all a favor. It's the wrong kind of mindset, and that wrong kind of mindset cost them their life. All because they were confused. And you know what's crazy? Is you look at all these other news outlets that try to spin this situation. They try to spin it. MSNBC with what Joy Reid said at MSNBC, and others, Morning Joe, Joe and Morning Joe and all that, as well as people at CNN and so on, and even some at ABC News and NBC News, the over-the-air networks and everything. You know what's going to happen? Because they're starting to see maybe, their dialogue, their opinions that they give to, they give to the people watching at home. You know what's going to happen? Not only are they going to start realizing maybe they've gone too far with it because of what took place on the 13th, but they're also going to realize that come November, they're going to be eating a lot of humble pie. They are. They're going to eat a lot of humble pie because they're going to look back to this summer, remember that incident, and as Stephen A. Smith put it, and a lot of other people have put it, practically realize that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, his VP running mate, were given the Oval Office on a silver platter, all because of not just this sicko's cruel intentions, not just for him, but also Biden apparently, but mainly because of their wording, the etiquette, if you will, in wording how they feel. They're going to be eating a lot of humble pie, and I guarantee you this is my opinion. When the election is said and done, and Trump, if things go in the direction they're going in right now, according to all media outlets, including those that are against him, if things go in the direction they're going right now, guarantee that the day after the election and all the results are in, you're going to have a lot of these outlets, these left-wing outlets, these very vitriol Trump disdainers, if you will. You're going to have them coming out and on their own shows swallow that humble pie and basically say that they're sorry. They're going to admit defeat, and I guarantee you, to save their job, they're going to basically say, you know what, we're going to be honest with you, we let our anger, we let our hatred or our disdain for Trump make us act unprofessional, and we shouldn't have done that. I guarantee, in my opinion, that something like that's going to happen with them. All because of this. All because of what happened on the 13th of July. All because of what they say and everything. They're going to eat a lot of humble pie, and they're going to be coming out and apologizing for their actions and talking about how unprofessional they were. That's a fact. That's a fact. And now that I get, and you know why I also say this too? Why I say that might happen, in my opinion? It's mainly because of the fact that now they know and see that Trump wasn't the only person on this sicko's would-be assassin's mind. He wasn't the only one that he wanted to target and take out. They're now realizing that the guy they supported could have been next had God not intervened when he did. So those are just my opinions on this whole situation, from what we've learned recently to what I see being the end result come November. Again, my opinions. But let me know what yours are. Comment below. Let me know how you feel about all this. Also, check out my Teespring and Redbubble stores. They are open. I will try to provide links to both of them in the description, as well as links to the other places where you can find my content. But guys, give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear your side of things. Again, these are just my opinions. But let me know what your thoughts are. And until then, I'm out.